Well, then we got into March. And as we got into March, we got into some more global mischief in the global banking system. Now, Stacy, we're going to be talking right now about this whole Eastern European banking meltdown, Shmagaga, Shvinegi. There's a whole meltdown in the Eastern Europe. It's invading the Western Europe. There's like a financial tornado brewing. It's a colossal cluster. Beep.
The citizens of Latvia stormed the central bank and its parliament after the government received a $12 billion bailout from the IMF, and still the economy is clinically dead, they say. The next headline from the Telegraph: if Eastern Europe falls, the world is next. I've got a little film of this. Here's Eastern Europe. All their loans are heading west. 1.5 trillion is owed, and it doesn't look likely that they will pay it back.
That's a catastrophe. Let me get Jim Rogers in on this immediately. Currency speculator and investor extraordinaire. Jim, this whole Eastern Europe fandango, this $1 trillion plus debt deflation, whatever you want to call it, is it really going to swamp the Western banks? What's your take? What?
It's certainly going to swamp quite a lot of European banks, especially because many European banks went over there and sold all sorts of undercut mortgages to unassuming and unsophisticated Central Europeans, and now they're going to pay the price. You think Latvia is the only place, and Iceland the only places that are going to have changes of governments. I'm sorry to tell you, there are going to be a lot of changes of government. There are going to be civil unrest in many countries in the world in the next couple of years.
It's time now for the Oracle to predict what will happen as the new casino commie capital states in Eastern Europe go absolutely, unequivocally bust. Well, the Oracle says, number one, the IMF prints new global currency as 42 nations apply for emergency loans. A global currency? I think I read about this on the internet. A new world order, the Bilderberg Group, the Illuminati. It's all coming true? Another prediction. Good Europe, bad Europe. Created to isolate toxic debtor nations from Germany. Good Europe, bad Europe, formerly old Europe, new Europe? Who needs a blitzkrieg when various parts of Europe like Czechoslovakia and Poland are destroying themselves chasing the American dream of bank-enabled indentured servitude? Okay, Jim, so what do you think of those predictions?
Well, I don't think the IMF is going to issue a new currency. What the IMF is going to probably do is sell all their gold and then pass it out to as many people as they can, but then that'll be the end of the IMF, because the IMF will not survive this either. And thank goodness, Max, the IMF has been nothing but a disaster for the past 50 years. The first 10 years or so after the Second World War, they did some good things, but they haven't paid attention to their mandate for 60 years. All they do is make sure their bureaucrats have good jobs and good pensions and good salaries. We're better off without the IMF.
Are your pockets full of gold coins today?
I actually do have some gold coins. I don't know how you knew that. I wish you wouldn't spread it around.
What do you think about Jim Rogers, his prediction that the IMF would sell all of their gold in order to finance all these bailouts?
Well, I think that's an interesting prediction Jim Rogers made, that the IMF is going to have to dissolve itself. The only thing they have of value is gold, and as the price of gold starts to move higher, something we've been talking about on the show for the entire series. Just own gold! Gold coins! Gold bullion! Oracle predicts a special prediction. Gold bullion's going to $2,000 an ounce. It's going to be incumbent upon institutions like the IMF to sell the thing that they have that somebody wants, gold.
Max, I want to go through some of the clips from the show where you seem to get a little bit excited. You're very passionate. You demanded the people rise up. You threw your balls around. You blew bubbles. You ran off the set.
Rise up! Rise up!
Now that's the Max I know and love.
And I've actually got a black hole of debt here, Stacy. I will demonstrate right now. As you can see, these are the Mid-Eastern investors wasting their money by throwing it into the black hole of the American banking system. Oh, there's the Icelandic banking system. There's Citigroup. That's a big waste of money. Oh, there's J.P. Morgan. What a waste of money. Oh, you see what I'm saying? You get the point. It's a black hole of debt. Wasted money.
We received quite a lot of feedback about the Oracle, many on YouTube and out there in the blogosphere. What are your favorite comments?
Well, a lot of people out there think you're hot. Apparently. That's predominantly what I hear every single day. More Stacy and less Max. Thanks. And the other thing people are commenting on is, what's up with this set? The truth is that we're hiding deep in the bowels of the Louvre Museum to escape the mayhem above. Every week, we keep it real down in the basement of the Louvre. And that's it from the Oracle. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with a G20 special, where, of course, the great and the good join the weak and the feeble to pledge more of our money to rescue themselves from the disaster that they themselves created. But remember, there's always the future.